in a predator, pedophile, Ponzi.
So Congress is back in session, and I guess they bipartisanly, many of them have come together to get to the heart of the predators like Jeffrey Epstein. And so they interviewed victims of Jeffrey Epstein's. Interesting. It's always interesting when you see, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Tom Massey and Anna Paulina Luna, all bipartisanly come together, and you're meant to believe that these people give a shit about Jeffrey Epstein's victims. If you want to fall for the lights, camera, action crap that's being played here, then that's on you. The fact is, first of all, this is part of the communist squad, this woman. Okay, Presley, she's that communist squad has no love for America. None. So you can, if you want to believe that the Marjorie Taylor Greenes, Massey, and Anna Paulina Luna are really on America's side, then go ahead and believe that. That seems foolish in every way to me, because if the Democrats are on board, especially these Democrats, then you should just realize it's all bullshit. Yet I see these big programs like on YouTube, these, I don't know if they're podcasts or not, that, yeah, I guess they are. That, I mean, maybe they're not like, 3-hour podcasts, but certain, I guess you'd say podcasters that are they're all over this. Donald Trump's finally going to find out the truth about the COVID vaccine. And yet I sit back and I'm like, why? These are the same people that are all saying that Donald Trump didn't know what he was doing when he picked all these people in his first cabinet. Well, no, he did the same thing. And so let me back up. And so they're trying to act like this team that he has around him now is different. And they're all about helping America. I don't buy that. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger. It's way bigger than that. Donald Trump knew what he was doing in his first term. That there's these podcasters that want to make you believe that, they support Donald Trump and they were always on board with him, but they think that Trump just didn't know what he was doing in his first term. Okay, well, how does that explain this term? And they would say, well, he's surrounded himself with all of these people that are America first. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. What do you think this whole bipartisan BS is all about? They want to go after Trump. Because I would say they all hate America. Yeah. Now, you can believe if you want that Anna Paulina Luna and Massey, who Trump's called out that needs to be removed, and that Marjorie Taylor Greene, and they all seem, those three along, and Speaker Johnson's another one. I'm always on the fence with him. There's a lot of people that are not in the good area, like the Tucker Carlsons, that go after Johnson. So that's a lot of times why I never fully have jumped ship from him, because it's very, very deceptive what these people do. That's why I said you really have to be on your game with all of it. They're so good. That's the only thing they are good at, is deception. So like with Speaker Johnson, I'm like this with him, because there's things that I have not trusted about him, that at the same time, though, there's these group of people that, say that they're Trump supporters. When they say things like, that Trump just didn't know what he was doing in his first term. I'm like, no, he knew what he was doing. He knew who all of the people in his cabinet were. He knows who all of the people currently in his cabinet are. There's this group of people that think that now that RFK Jr. is handling the HHS, that they're going to get to the bottom of Operation Warp Speed. And Donald Trump recently posted that we need to get to the bottom of Operation Warp Speed, because he says, I wasn't told the same things everybody else is being told. And this issue is tearing the CDC apart and Bobby Kennedy. I don't support any Kennedy when it comes to America's health. And you may say to yourself, well, why did Donald Trump put it? Because, so you see that this is much bigger than you think it is. And again, all going back to the same thing that I've talked about, that I always talk about, but that going back to the same issue that goes back all the way to the beginning of the Bible. If America hadn't been raised up, none of this would be going on. First of all, it wouldn't. When you are the country that has been raised into an empire, what you will find is that you have many enemies. Not because you're bad, but because, and not that you're perfect either, but I'm just saying, it's not, there's all these communists, and they collude together, and they can play like they're all about America, and they're not. I don't understand why. I don't understand why anybody would want to go down that path, except that I believe what Jesus said, and Jesus let us know where we were living. He wanted us to know where we were living so that we would see clearly. And so when your country is the country that has been raised up as the superpower, and we have since World War II, then the automatic is all enemies will look to America and will infiltrate and do everything they can to take America down from within. And it's not going to happen. But I've said before, I think Donald Trump is running this show. I don't know how. I don't know how he does it. But he knows who all of these people are. Do you know how much he's called Massey out? Tom Massey. And yet all these people love Tom Massey. All these people act like these people that in Congress know better. I don't think that God is all that happy with Congress. On the Democrat side, no, but he's never really been happy with the Democrat side. But the Republican side, I don't think he's happy with either. Because of all of this colluding. That's called bipartisanship. So, this plays out because God wants it to play out. It plays out because God is putting all of it on center stage for you. So that you can see this is how many enemies there are to that want to take down a country I raised up, meaning that God raised up. That's the way I look at it. These people are trying to act like they give a shit about any victims. No, they don't. That they give a shit about health. No, they don't. This is all a stage. Not a stage because Donald Trump is showing it to you. Not because, central casting because God is saying, realize who the bullshit artists are. I put them all on stage for you.